At your first training camp, who helped you adjust to NFL life?
No matter how ready you think you are, nothing really prepares you for the big leagues. So I appreciated having him as a guide, but I didn't realize just how much impact it would have over the course of my rookie year, on and off the field.
Sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot, and then we spin the block around us like that.
Well, we finally get to see at least one of our beloved Heartbreak kids in action on the field. Look, I'm a founding member of the Heartbreaker fan club, going all the way back to their high school days. So, needless to say, I for one have been dying to see them step onto an NFL field and show everyone what they can do since we last saw them lighting the world on fire in the college ranks. But as excited as I and the rest of the Heartbreakers are to see them take the field, it's a moment we may all have to wait for until next season.
The veteran players were encouraged to mentor the new guys on how to succeed and push us to be competitive, even in the preseason. I appreciated that he took me under his wing, and our extra reps after practice helped me get dialed in.
Fellas, it's put up or shut up time. I know you've seen the press. Their offense has been talking smack about us all week. Man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it? I can't wait to see what you're going to do on Sunday. Good job.
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on
This carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
That's good for a Chargers.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team.
And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Herbert's pass intercepted by the Cowboys.
Now Dak Prescott leading the way onto the field. His 5th year now as a starter as he gets the keys again to this Dallas Cowboys offense. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Prescott now. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Zerline lining up.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Desmond King now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Number 30, Austin Eckler.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get that complete to Reed. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Herbert. And it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Herbert throwing again.
Dak Prescott sacked. A fumble on the play.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 15.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. There on the fake punt turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They're able to locate Wilson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards and a 1st down Cowboys. And Charles, very interested to get a look and see what we have in this young quarterback drafted back in April.
He's a guy that impressed me. I watched a lot of tape of him in the lead up to the draft. Got a chance to meet him briefly at the Combine. And here are the bullet points of what I have as an evaluation for him. I think he's a leader, got a presence to him. We saw he motivated his team in college. Far from polished on the con side, okay? Decision-making, that needs to improve. A little bit quicker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have a superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Taylor. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Taylor. That's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started,
looking up at the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Take over 1st and 10.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Pollard. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
The scramble.
So many good running quarterbacks nowadays, Charles. You almost have to be mobile if you're in that position, and he shows off a little bit of that elusiveness there.
That's how the game has evolved. We actually accept the mobile running quarterback in the NFL nowadays. What I mean by that is teams, right? But at the same time, your base has to be throwing out of the pocket. Establish that first, let the elusiveness come with it.
And for this quarterback, hard to have a better career than he did at the college level, winning 2 national titles. Now he gets his chance to see if the magic will continue here in the NFL.
And that'll require a ton of pixie dust, won't it, partner? Because that transition from college to this league, it's a big jump no matter what success you've had before. And you're exactly right about what he did. I mean, 2 national titles, stays for a senior season. Let's face it, they'll put a statue up outside of the stadium.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now second down and 20.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Got a man open. It's K.J. Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. He was looking for Darius Jennings that time, but it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again. Taylor. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
20-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Out of the gun now on third down. Well, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Able to power through. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And this is caught at the end. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 67 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT?
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now this is the third-year man from Northwestern, Justin Jackson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Taylor in the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken around the 12. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And they'll begin by running the option. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
23 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up.
And they're into the end zone. That's not verified yet. Hold on. There is a flag down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Finding room inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. 22 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Greg Zuerlein lining
Well,
up.
partner, that was another explosive run.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly because they're not even...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all, and that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. Powers through it, and now running right through it. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About... Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
4 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Taylor. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Complete.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Taylor throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. K.J. Hill, the one he was looking for. And it's third and short.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Taylor now to throw on third down. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going on fourth down. It's Taylor. And it is incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Ball carrier.
Tony Pollard, 45 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
Extra point.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a two-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
her at it, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Taylor and the Chargers come up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's Taylor. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Chargers on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Yeah, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
His throw here is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He was looking for Darius Jennings that time, but now it'll be third down.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Taylor. The throw there going to be incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
First and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the fourth quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
A 6-yard pickup.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
4 yards to go.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Darius Jennings. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 28-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings.
Taylor's
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 31-yard line.
One last shot for Taylor. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Score Cowboys 50.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
She-Bag got me.
With a good first preseason matchup under my belt, Coach called me into his office. I was hoping for good news. I tried to come to terms with the fact that my view for the rest of the year would be from the sidelines and not the line of scrimmage. But life has a way of surprising you sometimes. My chance to start a regular season game arrived unexpectedly in the middle of week 7. Our starter was injured, and I was the next man up. It took everything I had to calm my nerves. The preseason is one thing, but I'd be stepping out under the lights for real this time. Then we huddled up and headed out.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Washington football team taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to...
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
They shakes him off. And the pressure gets to him again. Chase Young. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football and try...
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory.
4th down.
And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. Leading them out, their 2nd-year quarterback from Ohio State at 23 years of age. It's Dwayne Haskins. They'll start with the option. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Then Latimer's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Xavier Woods on the...
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 65 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do in good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Tony Pollard. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. He'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. So here we are, Charles. Speaking of this rookie quarterback, he's had 1 training camp and roughly a month and a half or so of regular season games to try to digest everything. Now here he is making his first NFL start.
And let's be frank about it, partner. I'm kind of surprised it's actually taken this long, because every year when a team takes a quarterback in the first round, what do they say? We're going to let him sit for a year. We're going to give him a redshirt year. But you and I both know that never really truly happened. So here he is now. Got a little bit more time to sit and learn than most, but he's still in for a tough test in his first NFL start.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Back to throw here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Clinton Dix on the coverage.
Throwing again. Haskins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trey Quinn that time. Third down here.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Again, it's Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own
CD, I know it's